What's going on, everybody? Daryl Frater, the club CEO here. We just got done finished talking to my brother Kurtis Powers for the My DJ Story podcast. He had a lot of great things to say about the club and what we're building. So I want to bring him back on to talk about some of these things. And brother, thank you for doing that for us. And we'd love to just hear your thoughts about why you support the club and why you think other people should as well.
Yeah, as I said, I think what you're doing is really, really important from a few different perspectives. One, most importantly, is that community is literally, it's everything. I think a lot of people throw it around as something like, oh, my community, and they kind of blur it with what is their, I don't know, their social media or whatever. But the truth is that the relationships that we build and that we actually take the time to work with, whether it's our DJ community, like fellow DJs that we can be humble enough to learn from and share with. Having a place like that where DJs can chat with each other, ask questions, give honest answers, and feel like they're helping each other is huge, and it pays dividends towards what one, it adds the value to what the club is doing, but two, it also adds value to all of us that are a part of this platform, because the more we can learn from each other and have a place where we can kind of comfortably ask each other things and grow, cool. Secondly, as I was saying during the interview, we're kind of moving from what was COVID and what our only options were. I think for a long time we forget that there are people out there that just because they're not in our town that we DJ, or the towns that when we go on little tours or whatever, there are people out there that have very, very many less options than we have in certain big cities, and so we can provide that connectivity for people that don't have that. As a person that grew up underground or whatever, in the sense of, like, I didn't necessarily have a lot of people that I connected with intrinsically, from the music that I like to the thoughts that I had, et cetera, being able to have this place where we're creating as DJs, we're sharing music that brings people together, that share a feeling, an idea, a vision for a world we want to live in. No matter where you are, when you know that you can come to the club and be a part of that, this big world where we feel isolated in these little places, it doesn't feel that big anymore, because we have a community. You know what I mean? Like, we got people that are watching DJs on the club and are sharing a worldview, because our worldview is here. And I think in the long term, I don't want to over glamorize it, but that's the opportunity I think that we have is through music we can bring people together, and we can bring together people for a vision of the world we want to live in, and we can try to bring down some of the separations, whether it's geographic or whether it's ideologies or whatever. The more we connect, the more we understand about each other, connecting through especially music of all things is the great uniter, I think. And when we can do that, when we can be a part of that, it's way bigger than being like an Instagram star or a Twitch star. It's like, let's do it here on the club. Let's build our community, and be the dude that rolls into the club and is celebrated because everybody loves you because you're connected to them. I think that's it.
Awesome, brother. Hey, thank you so much. And one thing you highlighted was the fact that community is very important. And that's what we're trying to build here at the club, a community of DJs, party goers, and everyone involved in the nightlife industry. So thank you for putting this on and saying this great stuff about our company and supporting us the way you do. So we really appreciate you and your time, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.